Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and welcome to Dark and Light. So, a brand new game, just out on Steam a few days ago. And yeah, unless you've been living under a rock, if you love your survival games, then yeah, you'll have heard of this. And I was pretty excited to get involved with it. Like I said, I've seen a couple of videos already. I've stopped watching videos on it just for now, just because I want to kind of figure things out for myself and make my own opinions. But yeah, so I've played a little bit already just to try to get a little bit of a handle on the game. And as you can see, I've just been killed. So I thought, good time to start again. So I started before in this wilderness paradise. So it seems a pretty good place. So we'll start there again. Hit the next button. And I think, yeah, we'll be male. And probably just, let's just see. Can I actually, yeah, I can zoom out. Yeah, I'd quite like to be the human faction, elf or dwarf. Yeah, I'll be a dwarf, why not? And we'll just start the game with that. Call ourselves Relic and get right into it. In fact, can we... Yeah, that's better. Good. Save. And that player's name's taken already because I've already played. We'll be Relic 1 then. Yeah, that'll be good. So anyway, you start off in this kind of like little town. There's a few bits and pieces around in it. And you can fairly much start off what you need to do. Certainly if you can't do it right in the town itself, you can do it just outside the town. But what we do, and we are going to start off just outside. But while we're doing that, obviously... The first thing is you're going to get a lot of comparisons to other survival games, and not least, what's this dude here? I'm not really sure what's going on down there. I've not seen that before, and it doesn't look like something I want to get involved in. But yeah, not least, it's going to get compared to Ark Survival because of the taming, riding mounts and stuff like that. But I can definitely tell you, after having played 2 or 3 hours or so of it already, that it is absolutely not Ark. It's not a copy of Ark. There are some similarities. But yeah, like I said, it's a survival game. It's going to have similarities with other games as well. I mean, you could say because it's got magic in it that it's going to have similarities to something like Skyrim as well. But it's got a lot of unique features from what I've seen so far for itself. And it's pretty good fun. So you have to start off with leveling up. And you level up by, if we just go into the screen. In fact, it wasn't that screen. It was the skills screen. Basically, by doing actions. Now, for this, say for survival, it tells you over here you have to increase your skills. So you can gather wood, hay and craft knowledge and craft knowledge materials, and that will basically get you up to the next tier. And as you get up tiers, obviously that's going to get you levels, which you can see at the bottom left hand side as well. You start to get items like your pick, your sword, and basically stuff like that. Now, unfortunately in the game there isn't, or doesn't seem to be, a gamma command like you'd have in Ark or whatever, but you do have these runes of light. So if I was to just hit that, what that'll basically do is it will create this kind of little fairy thing that yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing being over there. I think I'd pretty much like to go back to the safety of the town, and we'll see if we can do some stuff in here, because there are plants here. So you basically pretty much the same as other things. You've got to punch things to get things. And so we're harvesting up some food and that. And I've noticed hunger doesn't go down massively fast just walking about, but it does once you actually start doing stuff. But your fatigue is the biggest thing, probably the biggest issue at the beginning. So we got some, we've leveled up some bits and pieces already. And yeah, so we can make more of these runes of light now. Yeah, your fatigue is probably the limiting factor, because you can see it's that little lightning bolt at the right hand side. So you've only got really a limited amount of time to do stuff, and you certainly can't run very far at the beginning. And the stats are here as you level up you can pump stuff. I came out that bit too quick. Over here on the left hand side, so yeah, you can pump stuff in there as you level up. So we're pretty much near to our first level at the moment. What I did notice when I played the first time, say for that 3 hours, what I was wanting to get crafting, to get building some stuff and that, but it doesn't really seem as though that's going to be the quickest thing. You've got to get quite a way into the game before you can start doing that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, you know, that's the kind of thing that I'm used to. I come from a Minecraft and, you know, more recently Ark background. And obviously the first thing that you want to do is start to build a shelter. So it's just kind of been built, I guess. And yeah, just making sure that thing isn't coming over the bridge. And yeah, so the thing that it seems that the game wants you to do is it wants you to go through a variety of tasks, and they're going to allow you, I guess, to learn the game, and also yeah, it gets you a bunch of resources, and it's also going to allow you to level up a bit, because the things that the tasks get you to do give you level points. So I'm just going to get over here to a little bit of relative safety, and I can show you what I mean by that. So if we go into tasks first of all, so you got these items here, and we've already done the first one, and that was just by standing there punching plants. And then you've got to start doing some crafting, so craft a rune of light, and so on and so forth. And basically as you work through these, and there is quite a few of them, so it looks as though it's going to be task driven throughout much of the game. So it's just a little bit of added interest, and yeah, I quite like it. I've got to say, it gives you somewhere to aim for. And I'm hitting a person. Yeah, so the other thing is obviously skills. So we've already learned our first skill, and you probably saw that pop up on the screen a minute ago. But we got the light magic, and what that's allowing us to do now, if we go into the inventory, is you got these schematics, and we've got the schema rune of light. So what we can do now is craft some more of those light spells. And as I said, they are pretty important, because without them you're going to see absolutely nothing. Now there is, in fact, I'm going to craft a few of them. There are light sources, and yeah, you walk slow while you're crafting as well. So yeah, the light sources in the village there, or the town, they're pretty low, but once you get outside of that, it's pretty much pitch black. So I think anyway, rather than having the whole video in the dark, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, I'm going to gather a few bits and pieces up, and I'm going to wait till morning, and yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so morning has come, and certainly I feel enough that I dare to come out here. Because I say, there are some pretty crazy things, and some pretty new things, and I'm not really sure what they are yet. I'm feeling fatigued already, and that is not a good thing. I think that's because I ran over here. But yeah, so one thing that I have noticed is the water stat and the food stat are fairly easy at the moment to manage. And most of the food, like the berries, apples and that, gives you hydration as well, so you haven't got to worry too much about running out of food. So that's a really good thing. And yeah, I have also noticed I've got to level up. So yeah, just make sure that I'm fairly safe before we go into this. What? Yeah, there's nothing. Doesn't seem like there's anything around here at the moment other than sheep. So we just go into the level up. So yeah, basically you've got it split into two: combat stats and survival stats, and you get 2 points, and you can put one on each. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamina, just because we just need more stamina, and I'm going to try to get my health up a little bit as well. So there we go. So we've leveled up, and we've nearly leveled up again, and we've got an item that we can do on the left hand side fairly easy. We can go into the crafting menu and craft ourselves an axe like so, and once we've done that, this will This will then complete. And then all we've got to do then for the next one is equip it. So just put that in one of our hotbar slots. Like so. Although that didn't seem to like it that way. Sometimes I found you got to hit the use button in order to do it. Equip stone axe, and it still doesn't like that. Why do you not like that for? That is just the weirdest thing. Can we transfer? How about that? Yes, okay, so you got to hit the transfer button. The game's not clever enough, it would seem, to know that you've just moved it over. So we're going to harvest some apples and some wood now. And yeah, that's a pretty good thing, because we need food anyway. So I guess we'll head down here to some trees. And I am just keeping my eyes open, because, like I said, when I first went down here earlier, it didn't seem too bad. And then I just started to see lots of bad things. And there were goblins. There's some kind of like a dark wraith thing that, that can kill you pretty quickly. And so we're getting some wood, getting some apples. And these trees do seem to last quite a while. So we've got all the apples that we need. So we just need a little bit more wood. And we'll have another one of these done. There's quite a lot of building down in this valley. Seems to be quite a popular area. So I'm guessing that it's probably not the most dangerous of areas. We've got to rank up that skill. And we've done that as well. So now we need to go, and we're feeling fatigued. So we'll stop hitting that for a minute. And yeah, there's a meteor over there. I've seen one of those on the ground. And I didn't really know what to do with it. And there are walking trees. Okay, and there's also, looks like some sort of apparition, ghosts, fairies. Yeah, I think we'll potentially stay up here just to be a little bit safer. I want to stay quite close to the town so that if we do get in any kind of danger, then yeah, we can head back to the town fairly quickly. So that's the staff, and now we've got to craft ourselves a draining spell. And yeah, we've got the items for that. So you need, I can't think what it is that you need. It's the magic shards. They're fairly easy. Anything that you forage through, that you punch, you seem to get magic shards as well from. And now we've got to equip both of them. So I guess if we go in here, we click use on that, and we'll click use on that, and now we can put that into our hotbar. And yeah, so we are fully. Now I did play around with this a little bit earlier on. This is much better. That guy's come a bit closer. You just stay down there, buddy. I'm just gonna zap one of your brothers really quickly, and I don't want you to get all mad and come up here and wreck me or anything. So you stand near a tree, and you basically hide. Okay, you can't see it because it's covered by leaves at the moment. You basically hold down your right mouse key, and then you can see there that you get, and it disappears, you get a load of resources from that. And you can do that on any of the trees and any of the rocks. I know that for sure. And the actual staff itself doesn't seem to have any sort of like durability like the axe or the pickaxe or whatever. Yeah, perhaps he is a bit annoyed at me. I'm guessing that I'm just going to head on over here. Yeah, and I think you can potentially do it to some of the plants as well, some of the smaller plants. Let's try. There we go. So we've got some plants here. Can we do it on that? No, potentially not. So yeah, anyway, so you've got no durability on that, but you do have mana. So I can't remember which one is the mana on the other side. The other thing I've noticed about the game, which is potentially the only annoying thing that I've seen so far, is hills. You can walk down these hills, no problem. Right. If you want to walk back up, can't do it. It's in fact that seemed to have glitched me back up. But let's just get back down there again, just so I can actually show you what I mean. So here we are, and yeah, so it kind of, any slight hill and you're pretty much done. So yeah, bear that in mind, that if you're walking down stuff, you're not necessarily going to be going up the same way that you came down. So yeah, so we've got our stuff. Now we need to go. We've got some magic shards already. We need to go and grab some stones now. Now this is going to be going through these tasks. Certainly for the early part of the game, is certainly what you're going to be doing a lot of. And like I said, it seems to be that crafting stuff is going to take quite a while to actually get to. And yeah, there are a lot of those trees about. I want to head on over here a little bit just to try and get away from them. What have we got here? Some sort of dog. And no doubt they'll probably want to attack me. I kind of feel safe because I was chased by a goblin earlier. And going into the water seems to... there's a fish over there. Is that a dangerous fish? Not sure whether that'll attack me or not. But yeah, going into the water seems to put stuff off from chasing you. So can we get that from here while we're in the water? We can. So we just need to get some more stones. And we got some flowers. Now, these flowers, they regenerate your mana. So you got to eat 3 of them for the task. And I'm not sure whether or not, because it gave me that from stones, that's where you'd normally get it from. But yeah, it gives you them as part of the... It gives you them as part of that task. But yeah, so pretty cool. So you got to go around. You got to pretty much do this and get all your tasks done. I don't want to do too much more of that because I don't want to bore people. But what is that up there? Is that like a wyvern? That's potentially quite dangerous. There's a lot of these rabbits about as well. I've not tried this on an animal actually. It does seem to grab onto it, but I don't know that it's actually giving us anything. We need to drink. Drinking's pretty easy. It's just the E key. Just go to any sort of water, and yeah, it will drink, and that's absolutely fine. I think just jumping into it as well leaves you fully hydrated. But yeah, so that's pretty handy anyway. So yeah, food and drink really isn't a problem because you are going to be grabbing up. There's a sort of a... do you know what? Let's get back over here because there is a lot of dangerous looking stuff over here. And we haven't even got a sword or anything at the moment. Yeah, it looks like a small dragon or something like that. And just got to find the actual way to get back up here now. Like I said, you won't always be going back up the same way that you came down. Nothing's chasing me, so we'll potentially just hang in this area for a minute because we've got to get a level. And yeah, I'm not really sure what you do with twine. I found out what you do. Obviously, the magic shards are used to make magic and stuff, but yeah, I'm not really sure what twine does as yet. It'll be used as some sort of crafting recipe, no doubt. So the mana looks like it's like the 6th, not the 6th item along on the little icons at the bottom. And you do fill up with stuff pretty quickly. Now, we can't really craft anything at the moment, so I'm probably going to drop that. We'll probably, let's just drop the straw for now and the stone. We can get all of this stuff back pretty quickly. Apples definitely give you plenty of hydration, so we'll keep those out on the hotbar. You can kind of zigzag your way across these hills, so maybe that's the way forward. Maybe that's something that needs addressing. That, you know, it doesn't really seem to make much sense that you can't just walk straight up a hill. But yeah, fine. So yeah, I'm gonna nip away again for a minute, and I'm gonna get a few more levels up, and yeah, see if there's anything else that I can show you in this first video. Okay, so heading back over into the town because the task that we've now got to requires us to scavenge stuff from barrels. Now, when I tried this the first time round, this was as far as I got actually. When I tried this the first time round, I had my pickaxe out and I was hitting them. Do not make the same mistake, because although it will break them and you'll still get the same stuff, it will take forever. You just literally, you have to hit these things with your hand and it'll be really quick compared to, say, if you hit it with a pick, you will be there for absolutely ages. It probably takes about 2 minutes per barrel to break. And not every barrel has got stuff in. So and they do respawn fairly quickly, which is quite handy. So we've got a load of apples already. We've got some gold coins, and you just literally, I think there's a couple. There was a couple in here. So, and I can't remember whether or not they have anything in. Certainly that one didn't. And I'm hoping sometimes they don't have anything in at all, and we can't reach that one. You think being a dwarf that I'd be able to get under there, to be honest. But yeah, so they tend to just spawn around these buildings here. But yeah, fine. So anyway, while I was... Oh, there's a couple more there. While I was out and about and just sort of gathering up resources and stuff, I did level up again. And I also leveled up my melee skill. And what that has now allowed me to do is to be able to craft a sword, which is quite a handy item to obviously to have. Certainly in the beginning, it's going to allow us to get rid of sheep a bit quicker. I wonder why that was down there for. That's fine. So got our stone sword, and we can also now make a stone pickaxe, which will make one of those as well. And I don't think there's anything else that we need. We've got loads of these light runes. We've obviously got our staff. And I don't think there's anything else in... Yes, there's the light rune. That's the draining spell. Yeah, we have got all of the items that we can make at the moment. So, in fact, can we get those back? Get all of that organised a little bit better. So I want my pickaxe just here. I want my axe in here. Put the staff there. And put the runes over here. And I keep my food over that side, yeah. Feel a little bit more organised now. So yeah, to get these barrels, like I said, just keep walking round. And they do respawn pretty quickly. And once this one is out of the way, I think that's potentially all of the tasks on this side. And can we not get that one? That would definitely be a little bit handy if we could get that. So let's just walk back round here again. So yeah, same thing. It's really weird how they respawn so quickly. So there's another coin. Okay, so gathered up all the items from the barrels, and now we are left with gathering up twine, sulphur ore and magic shards, which we can do with our staff. So we'll probably leave that, and we'll do that off camera, probably in between episodes, if we do make another episode, which I'm hoping to. I'm kind of really enjoying this already, and yeah, it is pretty much getting night again, so I'm wondering what else that we can do before the night. We've leveled up. I don't know that there's anything else that we can make just as yet. There isn't really. I want to see what it's actually going to take to start to get some of this straw work. Yeah, it's the first thing. So you need straw work, rank 4, in order before you can get to wooden stuff. So we're going to have to start off making some of this. So we're going to gather hay, gather rattan or straw sauce. And I'm not really sure which one of these it is that gives us straw. I didn't notice. I did notice that we'd got a whole bunch of straw, but I wasn't really taking much notice of which one exactly it was. But yeah, I think as a little taster, I'm probably going to call the video there. It's probably not going to have been very long, and certainly not as long as I usually do for videos. But I just wanted to kind of find out what it was all about, and just kind of like share with you guys some of my initial views. And yeah, pretty much they are. Really like it. Any comparison that you might have drawn to other games, other survival games. Oh, there you go, straw. To other survival games. Yeah, obviously, like I said, there are going to be similarities. We've done some more upgrading. Upgraded the camp, unlocked the campfire. And we've unlocked straw as well. Let's just have a quick look at that and see. That's under skills. So, where is that? Straw. Don't you know that something hit me then? Really? Okay, well, yeah, public server. I'm guessing that is going to happen. Let's just head on over here. But yeah, so yeah, initial impressions are it is pretty cool. Let's just get some of this light action going. And yeah, really enjoying it so far. Like I said, there are going to be comparisons to... Why did that not work? There we go. There are going to be comparisons to other survival games. There always will be. It's such a flooded market now that it's difficult for anything else, really. There's definitely some unique features to this game, though, which I am really liking. Peasant. Yeah, so there are some unique features to the game which I'm really liking. You can't go any further than this. This is probably a good place to log out, actually, because probably not that many people will come down here. And yeah, so if you've liked the video, then definitely drop us a like. And if you want to see more of this, if you want to see this on an ongoing Let's Play basis rather than just sort of my first looks and first impressions, then let me know. Hit the thumbs up button, as I say. And if we can get ourselves on a decent server, then yeah, that would definitely be better. And yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. And as always, can I turn around? Oh, I can whistle. As always, take care and talk to my back. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.